Heim. Heim. No, Heim. Hi. Okay. Because I was thinking of saying I'm hungry. So I said Heim, which means hi, I'm okay. It's a new word. It's neither English nor Japanese. Okay. Today is Wednesday, right? Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. Hoy es miércoles 12 de junio de 2024. I wanted to record my voice for my today's task, but I was too hungry. I am too hungry to do it now. And my brunch is almost ready. I put some rice and beans into the rice cooker, and it's gonna be ready in 15 minutes or so, and I have to wait until the rice is ready. But I'm too hungry to do anything. I already finished walking my dogs first thing in the morning. Not first thing in the morning. The first thing in the morning, I gave them food so that we could wait for at least an hour for them to finish digesting their food. And then I wanted to start walking my dogs as early as I could, but it took me too long. I started studying Spanish first thing in the morning after feeding them, and then I couldn't stop studying it because it was too fun to stop. As I kept saying this in my previous recent videos, I've been using the book written by Mike Ben. It's a guide to learning Spanish, and it's fun, just fun. It's non-stop. My learning Spanish is has been non-stop ever since I started using this book. It has so many translating practices, and the more I do this practice, the more I realize that with the knowledge of my Spanish I have accumulated so far, I am now able to say lots of things using small chunks. Small phrases, not each individual word. And I'm happy that I have studied Spanish so far. I always tend to think that I spent so many hours on learning Spanish, but everything always seems to be nonsense, incoherent. But since I spent this much time, now I can understand Spanish very much. Of course, not as much as I wish, but still, I can read lots of things with the help of an online dictionary. I'm no longer on the beginner level. I'm intermediate. Okay, somewhere between lower intermediate and upper intermediate. Of course, my level is not that good. Not as good as advanced. But it's all about vocabulary, I guess. The more words you know, the more easily you can understand by reading. I have covered the entire grammar so far. I know how to use them, and I know what Spanish grammar is all about. My knowledge is shallow, but it's helpful. It's helpful enough to help me read lots of things, but I don't have enough vocabulary in order to read something that is more difficult for my level. So the key is to accumulating the vocabulary, and then you can catch more things. My listening skills have been improving, and I understand that. I clearly understand this. I wish I could have more vocabulary so that my brain can process the information more quickly. If you don't think your listening skills are not good enough, it might be because of your vocabulary. It might be much simpler than you think. So the more words you try to understand, you try to memorize, and so that your brain can process it right away. Or passive vocabulary. When it comes to passive vocabulary, the more passive vocabulary you have, the better. By passing vocabulary, I mean that it doesn't mean that you can speak them. You can use them when you speak. If you have words that you can use when you speak, they are already not passing vocabulary. They are no longer passive vocabulary, but it's actually active vocabulary, right? And active vocabularies, the amount of passive vocabulary is much less than the passive vocabulary. Did I say active vocabulary? Passive vocabulary is much larger. Okay, it it stays in the larger part of your brain. And so even though you know lots of words, it doesn't mean that you can use all of them in speech or in writing. So that's why you have to try to memorize as many words or expressions possible, because the more words you know, the better you can catch and you can understand, you can hear. So I'm too hungry to think straight, but I'll try. Okay, I'll explain how I feel now. It can be a good practice for me. And anything else. The weather is perfect for doing anything outside. It's so hot. Yesterday was hotter, but today is gonna be as hot as yesterday. And as long as I stay in the house with the air conditioner on, I don't have any problem. But when I walk with my dogs, if it's too hot, I don't like it very much. And especially the roads, asphalt. Asphalt, is my pronunciation okay? The roads can be too hot to walk on for my dogs and also for me, for myself. I should get out much earlier. Before 9. Today, I started walking after 9, and it turned out to be too late. Oh, I could have left much earlier, but since my studying was too fun to stop, by the time I noticed that I had to go, it was too late, and we had to stop in the middle because it was going to be too hot for us. I'm so sorry for my dogs. I'm so sorry. Okay, anything else? Yeah, I was talking about the Spanish channel, YouTube channel. I've been watching for the last few days. I forgot the name yesterday. I didn't come up with the name yesterday while I was talking about it, but now I understood what it was. The name of the channel is Spanish Playground. Spanish Playground. And there used to be only 2 people. The male, very charming male, and very charming female. Juan and Pamela. And now they have one more person, a woman, Spanish woman, or Mexican, I don't know. But the channel is from Mexico, and I prefer Mexican Spanish rather than Spanish spoken in Spain. There are slight differences between Mexican Spanish and Spanish spoken by Spanish people. Grammar is slightly different, but I first learned Spanish spoken by Spanish people, and it was good because I think that Mexican Spanish is simpler than Spanish spoken in Spain. Spanish spoken in Spain has vosotros form for you all, okay? Vosotros and vosotras form for you all instead of ustedes in Mexican Spanish. And if I hadn't learned Spanish spoken in Spain, now I wouldn't be able to understand it. But now I know what Spanish spoken in Spain is all about. Is like something that only use Mexican Spanish. Oh my goodness, I forgot how I started this sentence, so I cannot continue this sentence. Which often happens though. Okay, every time I read something written in Mexican Spanish, I can easily understand it. But if I hadn't learned Spanish spoken in Spain with vosotros, vosotras form. I don't think that I could understand their Spanish now because I didn't learn it. It must have looked more complicated. So I'm glad I learned that Spanish first. And the book or the guide written by Mike Ben is written in Mexican Spanish. And I can use both, okay, because I know what they are. So it's good. And speaking of the YouTube channel called Spanish Playground, their programs are well made. Yesterday I was transcribing all the lines spoken in one of their videos on a notebook with myself, handwritten with my hands, not hands, but hand. In one story, which lasts about 5 minutes or so, it's not that long. So the shorter the videos are, the better, I guess. And if the video lasts as long as 5 minutes, I think it's the best. Because if it's too long, it requires lots of patience, right? If we are advanced, the longer the better, the faster the better. But oh my goodness, rice is ready. So I'll get to, open the rice cooker and mix the rice to get some air in to make the rice fluffy, and eat my rice with beans and then come back again. Okay, just wait a second. I'll be back soon. Bye. Hi, I'm back. Not Heim, but hi, I'm back. I'm full now. I'm satisfied. Today's brunch is okay. Brunch. Meal somewhere between breakfast and lunch is called something, right? And I know the word, but I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. So instead of saying that word, I should use different word. I can't think of anything now. But okay, anyway, I ate something, and because of that, I am full now, which makes me happy. And today's meal was delicious. It was easy to make. I just put some rice into the rice cooker with some beans, and I forgot to put some salt in it because if it tastes a bit salty, not too salty, but somewhat salty, it makes it taste much better. So when you want to rice cook with beans, we normally put some salt in it, and also put some Japanese wine or some alcohol to add some flavor. Okay, anyway, and my meal came with some salad, which is very simple. I just cut some carrots rectangularly, and I sliced some red onion, which is very delicious at this time of the year. In spring, it's already summer though. I think it's as hot as it is in summer already. Even though we haven't, the rainy season hasn't started yet. But okay, anyway. And I added some mayonnaise, which I made myself. And that mayonnaise turned out to be the best. But of all the mayonnaise I have made so far, I have made my own mayonnaise at least 10 times so far. Sometimes I failed it completely, but these days I'm pretty good at making it. I understand how to make it completely. It's very simple, but instead of using sea salt, I use something different to taste. And how much I use it is the key. If I can make my mayonnaise delicious enough or not. Okay, and actually that thing is made of, it's fermented rice with some salt and water. And I also make it myself. Usually we dry, I don't know how to call it in English though. It's something, I don't know, fermented food. It's okay. It's made of rice, actually. The rice is steamed and it has been fermented and it's also dried. And I usually buy it on Amazon, 2 kilograms of it in a pack on Amazon. And I put some sea salt, very good salt, which is pretty expensive, and add some water, tap water, filtered tap water. And then how much we use, everything is measured, but I don't measure water. I just put some water to the point where all the things are soaked in water. And then I place it in I put all of them in a container, and I put the lid lightly so that the air comes in the container, because when you make it fermented, all you need is water and air. Okay, and since I put some salt enough so that it won't get bad, it's salty. That's why I can use it instead of salt when I cook. And it tastes much, much better. If you use it, the cooking or the dish you're making turns out to be much, much more delicious. Because it makes your dish more flavored, not only salty enough, but also with a better flavor. Okay, and I put all of it in the container. If you sterilize it, the better, by putting it into hot water, boiling water for a certain amount of time, or you just you can just spray it with alcohol. Either way is okay. But sometimes in winter, especially, I don't do it. I just use the clean glass container. Yeah, glass container is better. Glass containers are better because if you use container made of plastic, it's invisible, but on the surface, there must be a lot of small scars on the plastic, and if the plastic container has such scars on it, it is not good because bacteria can be there, which makes food inside the container worse sooner. So I use the glass container instead, and I put everything in the container and put the lid lightly so that the air comes in to the container, and place the container in the shade, in a cooler place. And if you have something to cover it, like a cotton cloth or something, it's better for you to do it because you must not put the lid completely. So because you cannot conceal the container, or you cannot seal the container, dust might come in, right? It's not very healthy. So it's better for you to use a cloth or something to cover it so that dusts won't come in. And every day, once a day at least, you have to mix it or stir it so that it won't become bad. Okay, as long as you mix it, you stir it, it won't get bad. You won't get bad. But sometimes I can be lazy, and by the time I notice it, I've never made it bad. But still, one time, a little while ago, a month ago or so, I sensed a little bit of nasty smell, like the smell that I could do when I smelled fermented beans called natto. And it's not a very bad smell, but at that time I noticed that I hadn't stirred it for more than 2 days. I was lazy and I was in a hurry. It made me a bit astonished because I tended to assume that I would have never made it bad. So in a hurry, I stirred it and I put it in a refrigerator as soon as possible, because that way you could stop making it worse. And it was already long enough to make it fermented. So that's why it was okay for me to put the container into the refrigerator. If it was too early to put in a container, put the container into the refrigerator, you cannot make it something delicious because it hasn't fully fermented yet. So you have to let it stay outside until it's finished fermenting fully enough. Okay, where was I? Okay, I was talking about salt. I always put to cook rice with beans, right? And that is my favorite dish, I guess. I love beans so much. I love the flavor and texture and how I chew, the feeling that I get by chewing it. And I like stiffer beans, not the very soft ones. But one time, since I love I love eating harder beans. I didn't cook my beans fully enough, and because I wanted to eat it not raw. I don't mean that, but still I wanted them to be still hard, and it was uncooked actually fully. It was not for digestion, and I didn't know that. It was about more than 30 years ago, I guess. Not 30 years ago. Now I'm 59, right? 30 years ago, I was 29, right? Maybe more than 30 years ago. I was still young, immature, and I ate the beans, hard beans. I enjoyed eating the beans because it was hard enough to make me happy. But soon after I ate it, I began to feel sick, and eventually I ended up throwing all of them up. And I swore that I would never eat hard beans. And just the other day, a similar thing happened to me. It was peanuts. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to stop my recording because I had to cough. What happened to me that just before stopping my recording was that my saliva, I was almost choked because of my own saliva. And when I inhaled, my saliva got into my tube that I use to breathe instead of the one I use to eat something. And the moment it happened, I had to stop everything because I couldn't do anything. All I wanted to do was to make myself calm down, and but had to think the best way to survive, get out of that situation. But I actually couldn't do anything because that was the moment I hate the most, actually. It sometimes happens to me, and it could happen to anyone. I know that, but the older you get, the more often this kind of thing happens, right? Happens to you. And even old people could die of this, right? They inhale. When they inhale, their saliva or something they eat or drink might get into their lung, and it causes infection and making them sick. And since they don't have enough, they are not strong enough. I mean, older people are not sometimes strong enough to survive, and that small action, I mean, inhaling your own saliva or inhaling some water or food, which got into your lung, that action might make them dead, right? Okay, where was I? Okay, enough about the food I ate a little while ago. Okay, I happened to find another good YouTube channel related to learning Spanish. It is called Speak Like a Mexican, and actually I've known of the channel for quite some time, and I just wondered what they are doing now. And their latest video was uploaded about 3 weeks ago or so. And even though their channel is very good, they don't seem to have many views. I wonder why. It's not as famous as other Spanish-related channels. And their recent videos are very modern. They used to be videos which are not as modern as the ones they are uploading these days. And since I love Mexican Spanish, their pronunciation sounds really nice to me. And each of their videos are quite short, like it only lasts for about 3 minutes or so. And most of them are just stories. And it was spoken in very clear, easy to understand, easy to catch Spanish. And every time I try to look for any good videos in Spanish, I try to make it a rule to choose ones with subtitles, because without subtitles, I cannot understand, or I cannot make the most of the situation. So subtitles are a must. And speaking of their videos, they have very good subtitles. And actually, their older videos had some problems about subtitles. But their recent videos have clearer and easier to look at subtitles, which I love very much. And each line is shown up just the right time. But there's one thing which turned out to be a bit disappointing, which was that the very last of few lines, the lines shown at the very end of the video are not shown properly. You might understand what I'm saying, probably, but in each video, you might find some information at the very end of each video, about 20 seconds or so. And I understand it very much because I make my videos on my original channel, main channel. I edit it myself. I edit all those videos myself. And when I upload the video, I can use this system function to advertise other videos at the end of that video. And for about 20 seconds, up to 20 seconds or so. And but I can adjust it, okay? Which videos I want to show, and how long I want it to be shown, and where I want it to be shown, okay? But when it comes to all the videos from them that I have watched at least today, because I happened to find that channel again this morning. So I've been watching their videos since this morning, and I've watched at least 5 videos of them. I've watched at least 5 of their recent videos, and all of them had the same problem, which I explained a little while ago. For the last 20 seconds, subtitles are hidden, not entirely, but part of their subtitles. 2 or 3 subtitles, translations were shown, not shown, okay, hidden, because of the video he wanted people to see. So he could have placed it a little upper than that. Then subtitles could be shown properly. The entire subtitles, all the subtitles can be shown properly. And I wonder why he doesn't notice it. If you watch your own video after editing it, it's easily understand it, right? When I edit my videos and every time I upload my videos, I make it a rule to check it entirely myself, so that it won't have any problems, or if there is anything that that is difficult for viewers or listeners or people to see or understand. And if there is anything that makes my video difficult to watch, I'll edit again. And so this process should include after uploading your video. So I make it a rule to watch it, the entire video, all over again after uploading it. so that as if I were one of the viewers. So this includes the end of the video also. But all of their videos that I've watched, at least this morning, had the same problem at the end. And I was frustrated because I really wanted to read all the subtitles. But for the few lines at the end, I couldn't watch them because of the video image. When you watch the screen of the video, small version of other videos, at least 2 videos, okay, 1 or 2, you can choose 1 or 2 if you are someone who made that video, okay, and you can pick up 1 or 2 videos to show at the end of your video for advertising other videos. You, as I said a while ago, you can decide the place also where you should place the video or the videos, 1 or 2 videos, 2 videos tops, okay, and then you should place it so that subtitles are shown properly, right? And he should have been more careful, I guess. And that's only one thing that I found a bit disappointing, though. But it might be a small thing for him. And someone, there was only one comment for one of the videos, so I was curious to see what the comment had to say. And I opened it, and then just one line says, gracias, muchas gracias, or something like that, meaning thank you very much. So I just wondered if this person really watched the video to the very end. I just wondered if this person had not been disturbed by the problem I was talking about in this video. I just wondered if other people would not be disturbed, would not think that was such a big deal. Or I just wondered if I was the only one who cared about it. Is this because I am a bit perfectionist? But I feel sorry about this because if without that problem, their videos were just perfect. Yeah, it was helpful enough, and I cannot complain about it. I'm not eligible enough to complain about their videos. But since I'm also the one who edits my videos myself, I cannot overlook something like that. And of course, I am one of the people who want to learn Spanish using all those YouTube videos. And I have to admit that some people are very careless about their video making. Sometimes their subtitles are not entirely, but wrong. And sometimes their subtitles are not shown just on time, in time, the right time. It can be frustrating also. Sometimes the subtitles ends too quickly while the sound still is lasting, or sometimes the subtitles themselves can be wrong, and anything else. Okay, I love videos without background music actually, because for some channels they use the same music for each video, and it means that if I want to continue watching many videos from their channel, every time I start watching their video, then the same music comes all over again, over and over again, and just 1 or 2 times is okay. I watch the first video and the second video started, and the same music comes, and it's okay, it would be okay. But for the third video, for the fourth video, and more, the more I watch their videos with the same music, with the same background music, it'll just make me feel bored, and I cannot continue watching it any longer. And if their videos didn't have any background music, but only the sound of their voices, then no, it doesn't make me bored. And I wonder why people notice this. Why people don't notice it. That might be because I'm a music person. I play music myself, and I'm particular about music. That is why. And if the person who makes the video is not particular about music, he doesn't care about it either, and so he doesn't notice it. He uses the same background music every time he makes the video because it's easy, and sometimes it can be their style, and it can be unique to them. Yeah, I understand, but I can't stand listening to the same music over and over again. And so sometimes this is the most devastating thing for me when I'm watching someone's videos over and over again. Different videos, okay. Different videos from the same channel, okay. This person, he's a Japanese counselor, and I happened to find his channel just recently, and he says something really good in his videos, and I became a big fan of his channel. But I felt disappointed while I was continued watching his videos back to back, because he not only uses the same background music in all of his videos, but also the same music in one video lasts repeatedly, endlessly. I really hope you understand what I'm talking about though, but I guess that he uses music that YouTube offers. Okay, in this case, probably he uses the music, I'm not sure, but okay, if you choose, this is what I guess though, because I've never used this function that YouTube offers to us, but if you choose background music that YouTube offers, okay, you can just pick out one song, and this doesn't last until the end of the video. If you want to make the music last to the end of your video, and naturally the length of the song you picked up is shorter than your video most of the times, because the song itself, one song lasts only 2 minutes or so, right? And if your video lasts for about 10 minutes, it means that the same song plays repeatedly over and over again. If the song ends at 2 minutes, and then the same song starts again, and if at the 2-minute point the song ends again, and then the same song starts again, and I cannot stand this the most. Okay, one song ends, and it would be nicer if a different song will start, but the same song starts, and this is when I feel most exhausted. But probably the person who made the video didn't notice it, right? And it's easier for him or her to do it because all he had to do was to pick out the song anyway for his video, and then YouTube does it for you, right? This is just a guess because I've never used this function, as I said earlier. But this makes some people like me fed up with watching that person's videos repeatedly, back to back, because not only just one video, but also any other videos have the same music over and over again, endlessly. This makes me crazy. I hate it so much. And because YouTube videos are not made by professionals most of the time, some people use professional people to help them, like background music, subtitles, and even they ask them to, write the entire script, and they just read them in front of the camera using teleprompter or something like that, right? But some videos, maybe most of the videos, are made by individual YouTubers who are not professional when it comes to making programs. It can be helped if videos are not professional, but this is something that I hate most. The same music over and over again entirely. And in terms of this, the channel I'm I've been watching since yesterday was the best. She is a psychiatrist, and she has a YouTube channel with more than 600 videos, and her videos are very, very educational. She's talking about psychiatric thing and disorder thing and personality disorders and something like that. And since I myself have attachment disorder and avoidant personality disorder and any other disorders myself, I'm interested in watching her videos very much, and that's one of the reasons that I like her videos. But another reason is that her videos are easy to watch, very simple, but very compact and very precise, and she doesn't use any music on backgrounds. She just keep talking into the camera. Yeah, looking at the camera is very important also, because some YouTubers, some individual non-professional YouTubers tend to look at themselves in the monitor, so which means that when I watch their videos, they are not looking at me. They are looking at somewhere else, and it's not persuading enough. It's like it's as if I were talking to someone who are not looking at me. But I also wonder if they don't notice this. If they watch their videos that they made, and then they're in the screen, right? But they are not looking at them, right? They are looking somewhere else. And I wonder if this, I can explain it in English, but I wonder if they, in Japanese I could say this, but I wonder if they don't find it strange. Yeah, there are many mystery. There are a lot of mystery when I'm watching YouTube videos, because most of them nowadays, not most of them, but nearly half of them are unprofessional. I cannot expect too much about those videos. All I need is information, and I really want them to be helpful enough for me. And where was I? Yeah, the psychiatrist YouTube channel is the best at the moment, and she speaks clearly. Her English is very clear to understand, and she is very fashionable. Every time she stands in front of the camera in her videos, she wears some different clothes, and she looks fabulous, and no background music. And each video lasts about somewhere between 10 minutes to 20 minutes, not too long. Longer videos are okay if I'm doing something else and just want to keep listening. But if I want to concentrate on some kind of information, particular specific information, I want videos to be quite compact and short. I don't want them to be too short, but usually when I want to listen to someone's podcast, or if I want to keep watching someone's videos back to back, I use their playlist, and then if one video ends, then the second video starts automatically, so I don't have to place the button to start the video, right? And while I'm driving, it's very convenient. Okay. Oh, I talk too much already. I should go now. Okay, so since I've already finished walking my dogs, all I can concentrate on is studying Spanish. And I want to be a good Spanish speaker, decent, reasonable, okay Spanish speaker as soon as possible. And I'm determined and I'm very serious about this. So, and since I'm used to speaking in English, I've been getting more and more used to speaking in English. Probably when I do it in Spanish, it's gonna be the same. So it's not going to be something impossible for me to do. So I'm looking forward to the day when I can speak Spanish pretty comfortably. So in order to do that, I really want to practice my speaking, study speaking, learn Spanish. So, okay. Thank you very much. I'll be back tomorrow too. I really hope that you have a wonderful day today, wherever you are. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.